Happy day. Well, I've got this mishmash of various video clips. For starters, installing new bulbs into the back of my instrument cluster for red. And as I talk about some of the footage that I have and place it up into upper corner or maybe a lower corner, depending on what the footage is, the angle of the footage. And so you can see, so that you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. And maybe it'll make it a slightly more coherent or more confusing. I don't know. A little bit of footage here of family get-together at a local eatery. This family is a cousin of mine who came up from South Carolina and for a horse event that we had out at the horse park, which I believe I mentioned in a previous video. And we had a pretty good meal and a nice little get-together. Found a carburetor sitting on a filing cabinet right there in the room where we ate, which I found to be quite attractive, actually. Mrs. C and I, weekend before last, drove into Lexington, which is nearby a big town from where we live, and went over there for 2 or 3 reasons. Did a little shopping, went to get a meal, which turned out to be kind of a bust, and I think I wrote about that in a previous blog from a few days back. And in the process of being in Lexington, we decided to go through downtown, which we hadn't been through in some time, so we just took a little footage of some of the new construction that's going on down there. Anyway, that project is kind of on hold. And oddly enough, even though the project is on hold, they've erected a couple of pretty large cranes. Only God knows what the cranes are for. And in the process of being down there, I saw a bright yellow Corvette Stingray, which I kind of like. I like the new Corvette. Probably the first body style of the Corvette that I've liked since '68. Past weekend, my son-in-law came over and he and I worked together and put a new fuel pump in the white truck, King. I didn't get any video footage of the actual changing of the fuel pump because it was a time for our son-in-law and myself to get together and enjoy each other's company and do a project together, and I didn't want it to be encumbered by camera placement and lighting and all that kind of stuff. We just took our time, had a pretty good time actually at doing the job, and it turned out successfully. So we had a few high fives and a small happy dance after it was all over. We do now have the garage and the car in. We do now have the garage in the garage. I've got some various other photographs. One photograph I kind of like is how to park a battleship. Well, there's a few other things we'll probably throw in here. Just because we can. And we have footage that we haven't deleted yet. So this little turd just flew right into my neck and tried to go down my shirt. He was kicked out with extreme prejudice. And some of the footage is okay, and some of it is probably should be deleted. Mrs. C and I made a run to Sam's Club today to get a couple things, and one of the things we found in the clearance aisle was this Stanley Squid Bright. Looks like it could come in handy. So for $7, we figured we'd buy it. But for whatever reason, I decided not to. This one, on the other hand, I believe is tits up. Either that or he's got liquored up last night. And we'll try to, like I said, we're going to try to incorporate all this stuff that's been taken over the last couple of weeks and put it together. We've got a lot of miscellaneous disconnected footage that we're going to try to throw together and tell the story of how the curmudgeon passes the time over about a 2-week period. Doesn't that look lovely? Dandelions. Does add a little bit of color though. So, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like this video, give it a thumbs up. We thank you for watching, and please tune again.